All right, guys, let's play some Run 8 today. We're on the West Coast side. And we're running from San Bernardino down to LA. We're on a stack train. This is the SALT LHA 3-05. So this is like Fort Worth Alliance to Long Beach Harbor, I guess. It's one of those places down there, right? One of those places in the port. I haven't researched this too terribly much, but I think it's good enough. I think it'll be okay. I think it's good enough. Let's look at our train real fast before we get started. She is, we'll shift Z this bad boy. 91 loads, 0 empties, 2.9 HPT. She's 6,159 feet long. Pretty decent. Like in the scheme of precision railroading, this is nothing, right? But for back in the day, this is a pretty decent train. So we're running 2x2. Got 2 DPU on the head end, or on the bottom, 2 on the head end, 2 on the bottom, and a whole bunch of international stack containers. So should be a nice train. We got a little bit of traffic out there to hit up today. It's nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and we'll actually go to the other end here. There we go. Now we're loaded up. But I've got something special for you guys. So check this out. There we go. Nice. Okay, we got one of my my custom webcam frames that I've been working on. So this should be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and we'll get that window open. I think that'll be good enough. Let's scooch up a little bit here. We'll put her in forward and let's get the headlight on bright. So she's drawn down to 80. I'm trying to remember what is the grade like right here. I think it's probably pretty steep back around the curve. I would imagine there's a little bit of a grade back there, right? I would think so. So let's go ahead and release the brake, come off the independent, and crack the throttle just a little bit here. We'll get her rolling, but I have a feeling like we're going to have to go like immediately into dynamics. I don't even know what the speed is right here, to be honest. I don't know much of anything, honestly. Like I really just don't. Track speed 30. Okay, we'll go with that. This should be okay. So, oh shoot, we got to talk to Otto. Never mind. Never mind. We got to talk to Otto. Let's grab some air. Scratch that. We're just pulling up to the signal. We're not actually going anywhere right now. We gotta talk to Otto, and I have no clue what is his what is the frequency right here. UP radio 65 tone 14. Okay, 65 tone 14. All right, let's go up to let's see, where's that? Dispatcher. Engage Otto all routes. And it's going to be channel 6514. So we'll do channel 65. There we go. And then DTMF star 14. See if this works for us, right? There we go. Okay, request a light. Baseline. This is baseline tower. Nice. Acknowledged. We do have a light. All right. Let's go ahead and knock the brake off. Just kind of let her ease a little bit here until we get the bottom moving. There we go. The bottom's moving now. I got to get back in my groove, guys. It's been a long time since I've done this kind of running, right? I couldn't even tell you the last Run 8 video that we did. So if we got an approach, I have no clue where that's going to be stopping us. This is going to be some like real seat of the pants railroading here. We're railroading by the seat of our pants because, like I said, I don't know the West Coast that well. I like the West Coast, but it's just something that I'm not very familiar with. We'll have to watch it. I guess I should have pulled up the map, right? I should have pulled up the map. We at least have a little bit of a better idea on that, but we'll just we'll keep easing her along a little bit. It seemed like some slack ran out on us there. So far, she's not picking up like I thought she would. I thought she would really start going. But I think what it is like it comes down in front of the depot and then there's a little knot that goes back up like right here. And then it drops back down. Just look at our accelerometer. Yeah, it's not going crazy. I think we're okay right here. I was kind of thinking we might need to go into dynamics to kind of ease out of here, but I think we'll be good. Let's go ahead and go to number 3. Number trace. Of course, we are running on the wrong side after coming down the mountain, right? We're on the wrong side, but at some point down here, they cross them back to right-handed running. So, got to go over this switch here, you know? Like, we got to get that motion going. That's the thing that you really kind of, you know, I've seen some people say, like, the C-Sync multiplayer is over-exaggerated, it's too much. As someone that did it in real life, like, it could get pretty rough and wild, guys. Like, you could go over those switches and the switches weren't perfectly even, like they had a little dip to them or something, and you're like being banged around or just kind of rocked a little bit. Like, you know, it wasn't like gliding along on ice at all. Like, it could be pretty dang violent at times. Like, if you're going really fast and the track isn't that great, it could bump you around a whole lot. All right, we got to look out up here somewhere. Next signal 2 miles, so we got a little ways to go. Little ways to go, yeah. Yeah, there's all kind of imperfections in the track, right? Like, it's never just like baby's butt smooth. You know, there's dips and kinks and like all kinds of stuff going on. All right, well, we'll keep easing along. I don't want to get too fast with it. We don't want to get too fast, right? We're just going to kind of ease along with it. I guess I could maybe move my cam on the other side over here since... let's try that. Let's put it over here, actually. It's a little better, right? On this particular locomotive, it's a little better. There we go. Let's bump it down just a hair, just a scoosh here. There we go. All right, that should be good. Hope you guys enjoyed. Something a little different, right? Something a little bit different. I should have got the number board and matched up. I wasn't even thinking about that. I need to update my my populated world. Like, this is really super old world. I need to do all that stuff. Like, I need some more populated worlds, trains, that sort of thing. I try to make them from time to time. You know, I'll make a few trains. What I like to do is go on YouTube. Like, I'll find a symbol that I want. I'll go on YouTube. And I'll look up the symbol to like try to get an idea of what the train consists of, like what it looks like, and then try to, you know, create it from there. Once again, as always, it's keyboard and mouse, right? I don't use a rail driver. Never had one. Really no desire to get one. Honestly, they're okay, but I do it just fine with keyboard and mouse. It's not a big deal. The rail drivers, to me, like, they're so small and they look, I don't know, they honestly look kind of cheap to me a little bit. I mean, I would much rather, like, If someone would come up with a quarter scale control stand, I'd be all about that. I don't know where I'd put it. That's another thing, is like not having the room to have this stuff, you know. All right, so we're 1.1 out. We're not going to cheat. We could absolutely cheat and look at the signals, but I don't want to do that. We're just going to continue to ease around here, looking out. Once again, not a real life engineer. Give this disclaimer every time. Like I said, Spur doesn't know much about anything. I was a real life conductor for a few years, way back in the day. Way back in the day. Did it for a few years and I pulled the pin. Always said my best day on the railroad was the day I quit. Maybe. I enjoyed it. It was a fun job. I enjoyed it. I always like machinery. Machinery fascinates me, right? But the lifestyle sure did suck. Anyone who's done this will tell you that, like, it's a really shitty lifestyle. All right, we gotta find our light up here somewhere. I have no clue where it's at. Of course, on West Coast routes, I do lean on dynamics a lot more than I do the East Coast routes. The East Coast routes, I like to use the air a lot more. Trying to spot this signal. Oh, we got a flashing yellow. We're okay. Never mind. We'll roll with it. I think on a BNSF, and I do this every time I get away from the West Coast and I come back, I think that's like an advanced approach. We'll just run until we see red. All right. See what our horn sounds like. That's okay. I'll go with that. Yeah, I'll go with that. That sounds pretty good. I dig it. We're ready to get rolling. I'm ready to start putting some miles behind us here. Should be a good trip. There's not a whole heck of a lot of traffic out there. Speed limit is still 30. Okay, I'm going across, man. They're not even attempting to stop, right? Trying to figure out what our grade's doing down through here. Yeah, we may have to get a little bit of air. Let's grab a little bit until I sort out what we want to do here. Yeah, I don't know the grades. Like I don't have a clue about the grades. I think it's downhill to the crossing route, right? Maybe Colton crossing is kind of downhill to there. Go ahead and set up dynamics. What I'd like to do is release the air and go into dynamic and trade off that way. We'll see what this does. There, I got it clear. All right, so far so good. Spurs engineer skills are seriously lacking because it's been a long time. At some point, they're going to have to cross us over. What's our track speed here? 30. That says 40. All right, here's Colton crossing. I've seen some cool old school videos. Someone's got a YouTube channel. They made a bunch of videos over here back in the day at Colton Crossing, like in the 80s. They've still got stock cars in the train. Like, that was pretty cool. They're running pigs, like animal pigs, not pigs, not like piggybacks, but animal pigs to Farmer John's down here that they use to make hot dogs. They were supposedly they're a big deal for the Dodgers games back in the day. All right, she's getting a little bit fast. Let's get a little bit more here. Oh man, I sure do wish they would do the UP route, like the full UP route down here where it splits off at Riverside. All right, she's running a little bit fast on us. That's okay. I'll give her 3. Give her 3 before we start sweating it. Up to 5. Like, up to 5, too, really. I mean, 3's okay. All right, if you kind of look at the track, it looks like it bottoms out down here and goes back up. We have to run on the depot. I've been thinking about running on the depot. I've run on the depot a long time ago. It's literally been years since the last time I've done it. I enjoyed it. It was pretty cool to run on there. So we may have to do that again. Man, 1.1% grade right here. That's way more than what I thought it would be. I know they're clear. We'll keep going with it. Keep going with it. All right, go over this switch here. There we go. We're getting jostled around a little bit. Switch is just about always road rough. At least ours did. At least our BNSF may be different. Maybe they take better care of their stuff. It always seemed like it. Their power was always in much better shape than ours, that's for sure. Used to love getting BNSF engines. I've told this story. I know I've told this story before, but for those of you that are new, coolest locomotive I ever rode on a train that I ever got was a Santa Fe GP50. We had a Santa Fe GP50 on the lead of a CSX piggyback, and I thought that was so cool. I remember it sitting in the yard on the record track, and I told my engineer, I was like, I sure hope that's ours. Like, it was a Santa Fe GP50, and it had like a second out was a CSX Spartan cab, like a Dash 8 or something like that. Pretty run-of-the-mill, pretty vanilla, right? But it had that Santa Fe GP50. All it had was a little patch on the battery boxes that said BNSF. Otherwise, it was pretty much untouched, right? And I was like, man, I hope that is ours, right? I hope that is ours. I didn't really care as long as it worked and did what it was supposed to. I didn't really care too much what we had, but I wanted that one. I think this is an approach diverging, right? I really wanted that Santa Fe GP50 in the lead. All right, let's go. We got We got 40 through here, and I'm kind of like fiddle farting around a little bit. Go ahead and open her up good. So yeah, I told you guys, I've been working on some things. A webcam frame, one of them. One of the things I've been working on. I've got some thoughts on some transitions I may try myself. I'm not sure. I thought about buying them, but or having someone, like hiring someone to do them for me, but I don't know. I may do it myself. Go ahead and wipe the throttle. Oh, we got a DPU error. What's going on with that? There we go. I've had DPU errors before that were a big deal. Like, we had to stop. Let's see what our light looks like down here. Got a, it's like a diverging advanced approach or something, maybe. That DPU error is kind of worrying me a little bit, popping in and out. Yeah, I hope that's not too big of a deal.
BNSF detector milepost 6.0 main 2 ambient temperature 75 degrees.
Now, to me, when you're rolling along like 40, 50, 60 mile an hour and you're under like low power settings, it seems like that's when the train always got like, it was always all over the place, right? Like it's bouncing you around everywhere, you know, going through the crossing. Yeah, we got to have some good bumps through there. Yeah, it's just like, you're just like all over the place, right? It seems like if you put it under some power, I don't know why. It's like it stuck it to the rail better or something. I don't know a better way to explain it. You got some AI spawning Willow Springs to Los Angeles. Got a resume speed board there. I don't know what max authorized is, though. Maybe 60. Could be 60 on here. It wouldn't surprise me. It's certainly not 70. It could be as high, only 50. This is definitely on the West Coast. This one and the Bakersfield suburb are my two favorites. I'm not, like, in personal preference, I'm not a huge fan of, like, the mountain grades where you just put it number 8 and sit back for an hour and let it do its thing. Like, I just... Man, she picked up really fast on us there. I have to grab some air. Yeah, I think we are. Bail it off. Try to get 10 so we won't get stuck brakes. We'll leave the power in a little bit here. We can give her another notch, stretch her out a little bit. I'm kind of hanging out waiting on that resume speed. Got that like 800 feet to that. We'll see what it does. Okay. right, grade wise, what are we doing? 0.33 down. Yeah, man, she's picking up really fast. I got no clear. I'm telling you, this is like pure running by the seat of your pants. I really, like, I kind of know the major areas. I think around Prado, there's like a big downhill grade over there. And then I think the rest of it's just kind of undulating a little bit. It's this end that I don't remember that well. I don't really remember much of any of it, but. All right, she seems to settle a little bit on us. Actually, let's kind of go with this for a bit. So we got a 40 and 2.9. Looks like we're going back uphill. Well, it's leveled out. Okay. There's another thing I like is the crossings. You know, on the mountain routes, there's not a lot of crossings. Like there's not a lot of horn action. You know, there's not much to do, but. Yeah, I think this is gonna be. This is Riverside coming up, right? Actually, we could. Yeah, Riverside, okay. Nice, nice, nice. You can hardly hear our bell. All right, 40 and 2 miles. We'll just ease along. We won't get crazy with it. I'm trying to think of where that 40 could be. I'm drawing a complete blank. Maybe this curve up here. I think there's a curve where the line splits, right? It goes off to the left. CP West Riverside. This is where the OG UP used to split off before they took the SP over, right? OG UP used to go out that way. Pretty cool route out that way. I wish they'd finish that. They don't have it. They went the SP way, but I wish they'd do the OG UP. That's back in the day where you had the oh gosh, what were those big locomotives that they had? What, the DD40s or whatever? All right, we're down to 40. I think we're looking good here. We're keeping her on the rail, right? We're not putting her in the ditch. Maybe something else. I know I talked about doing some DCS this week too. I've kind of been wanting to fly in Microsoft again too. The A300. I love that plane. That is such a fun airplane. And do some bat sim stuff. I haven't been on air in ages too. You know, I go in kicks, right? Like I'll do something for a while and then I'll kind of get tired of it and then I'll move on to something else for a bit. And I'll always come back around to it. I think we're good right here. Let's just hang out with this. Our train looks like there. Very nice. I'm not seeing any more DPU errors. It's pretty out here, though. I like it. I like the LA Basin. I think it's pretty down here. That curve slows us up a little bit. You see slack run in. I pull her a little bit through here. Yeah, LA's cool. If they had the old school UP route, in my book, it'd be perfect. It really would. It'd be absolutely perfect. All right, got a resume speed board here. The green board, right? The green rectangle. On CSX, it's the green diamond. It's the only ones I know. Did I count that off? Yeah, I did count that off. All right. Yeah, this isn't a bad train. She's got, what, 2.9 HPT, so... She's not terribly draggy. All right, Mary Street. I love some good horn action. Spur likes welling on that horn. All right, should be good for now. Should be coming out of this 40 shortly. All right, speed should go up. There we go, 50. All right, let's take her on up to 50. It's crazy, like, thinking back. I'm always like, when it comes to railroading, more of a history buff, right? Light railroad history. It's like thinking back on LA and the Basin, like how it's changed over the years. Like, you think of LA now as more of a port for containers, right? Back in the day, they used to do automotive manufacturing here. There's a couple places down here that made cars. Pico Rivera was one. They make cars down there. There's another one around there somewhere too. They had the big steel mill at Kaiser. Like, there was a lot more stuff there. They used to run those Kaiser coal trains down there, down Cajon, off the UP. They loaded on the UP up in Utah. They ran them down to the Kaiser plant. And like I said, they had automotive manufacturing down here. They had Pico Rivera, and I can't remember the other one. And that's all gone now, right? Like, it's pretty much, even they did a lot of export coal too, off and on over the years. You know, it was never like super steady, but they did export a good bit of coal throughout the years, especially in the 80s. Now it's just it's a container route, you know? I mean, really, if you think about it, it's just a container route. little bit of a rough crossing here. Rough switch. There we go. We're good. All right, another speed restriction here. That is not going to affect us. Yeah, lean into that curve. That's super elevation. There's a street up here, but I can't tell where is it. Right there. I missed the whistle post somehow. Jackson Street. I don't know how far we'll get. We'll go as far as we can get in like an hour. Maybe we'll do it about an hour. Ooh, this is a decent grade going down here. I said I prefer dynamics on the West Coast, but I've been using way more air because I don't know the route, so I can't like prepare for it. With more air. I didn't mean to get that much, but there we go. It's our first meet. It's gonna be some other kind of intermodal train. Oof, man, she's pretty steep through here, but I got more air than I wanted. Yeah, we're just gonna have to go with it for a bit. That's a pretty cool view. I dig that. I like that a lot. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's let go of that. All right, stack train looks good. Marker's hanging. That's the conductor told me, right? He told me he's sitting over there. He's like, he's got a marker. Still a little bit on that grade there, man. Woo, feel that slack run in, man. Yeah, spur mess that up big time. I'll have to grab some more air. Like, this did not work out the way I thought it would right here. What this does for us. Let's go into dynamics. Let's try to ride dynamics a little bit, see how that works out. Yeah, it was way steeper and a lot more persistent of a grade through here. I'm kind of surprised. Like I said, I really don't remember much of anything. Got another clear though. Oops, not that one. It's because I'm running more reactionary, right? Because I don't know what's ahead. It's harder for me to use the dynamics because dynamics, you kind of got to plan for it, right? Like you got to back out of the power and set up the dynamics and go into them. if you're running really reactionary to like the moment that you need it, it's harder. Like it's really hard to do. Like at that point, it's pretty much too late, right? Like we run in 50, she creeps up to 53. You're already on the grade. Like you don't have time to come out of the power and then set up dynamics and start going into dynamics, because then she's gonna be 56, 57. Like, you know, she's gonna be climbing on up there. It still looks like it's kind of downhill through here, just looking at the track. Sometimes that can be a trick, though. Nice bunch of mobile homes out there. You don't think about mobile homes in this part of California, in LA, right? I think of mobile homes like in the Mojave. Like little sweat boxes out there in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, we'll just kind of go with this, see what she does. So far, so good. The main thing is just don't break her in half. Now that I said that, it'll probably happen. That'll totally happen, right? Now that I said that is when it's going to happen. We had our first meet. I think there's at least 2 more out there. Got some cross ties out here. Looks like you're getting ready to replace them, right? There, coming up to CP May. I have to give you guys the visual effect, right? Like, it's so much more like, I think like what you see in game here, and I think I've got my C6 maxed out. Yeah, it's maxed out, and it's like, it can be way rougher in this. Depends on the locomotive too that you're out on, right? 4-axle locomotives were the worst. Man, they'd bounce and jostle you all over the place. Yeah, you know, thinking of the grades and stuff going into the LA Basin, I want to say it kind of stair steps down, right? Like it's predominantly downhill the whole way. It's just like little stair steps and undulations and stuff. But I think overall, it's downhill from San Bernardino. There you go, B2, gather up this slack.
BNSF detector, milepost 22.4, main 1, ambient temperature 7 degrees.
They're starting to get into some of the industrialized areas. Porphyry, the yard here. I think they have like several locals out of here. This is big time railroading, but you can't get any more big time railroading than Run 8. As far as like the overall experience. Of course, we've talked about graphics before. You guys know my thoughts on that. I think we've gone into that enough. But otherwise, like, you can't beat it. You can't beat the railroading experience on here. It's I've said it before. I'll say it many times. It's as close as it can get to what it was like when I did it. There, we're getting into Corona. Nice. Little station here. I keep hanging out in dynamics thinking that she'll eventually start running pretty good, but like she just wanting to kind of hang out here at about 47. This is a cool location. I like this spot. Gotta stay hydrated. We're going to railroad. Gotta keep them hydrations up. Those big warehouses. All right, I think we're actually going to have to pull on her a little bit. All right, let her settle a bit. Now open it up. These construction signs out here, maybe they were there, but that almost seems kind of new to me for some reason. I don't know why, but either way, it's a nice little detail. I like that. I love signs. Like, signs to me in a game like this, some of the best details you have. I mean, really, if you think about it, they're just so interesting and cool to read even like construction signs, but like signs that like advertisements, billboards, street signs, interstate signs, like those are so good in a game like this because it kind of helps ground where you're at, if that makes sense. You know, like it gives you an idea, it gives people an idea that don't know anything about this area that, hey, I'm at an actual place, you know, here's an advertisement or, you know, with an exit on it for an interstate or something, you know. Construction signs, just, you know, they don't really give you a location, but they're just interesting to look at.
BNSF detector milepost 26.4, main 1, ambient temperature 82 degrees.
All right, coming up West Corona. Is there a crossing? Yeah, there is a crossing up here. Back downhill again, see? Yeah. Running by the seat of your pants. See what she does here. See if we can catch it in dynamics before she starts to. All right, go to B2, gather slack up. Nah, not too bad. It worked out pretty good through there. Are we coming up to Prado? I kind of wonder. Like this route is so foreign to me. I couldn't even tell you like the order of the towns that you see. I know we got San Bernardino, Riverside, LA. That's all I know. That's basically it for me. That's pretty decent drop through here. Pretty decent drop. Let's go check her out real fast. Nice. Whoever did that sound mod, the cars, that's a sound mod that someone sent to me a long time ago, and I couldn't tell you who did it or where it came from, but it sounds absolutely amazing. Like, it sounds really good. All right, let's hop back in. I shouldn't get, I was kind of worried she might get away from us a little bit on that, but she's fine. Actually slowed up some. Prado, there we go. I kind of had a feeling like my spidey senses were tingling. I was like, I think we might be getting close to Prado. We're gonna roll with it a little bit longer and then we're gonna call it. Gotta do the whole crossing shake, right? Like, we got the full cab view here. We gotta... Man, she just keeps slowing up on us there. Must be a little stair step we went over. There was a YouTube video back years ago, a cab ride through here, a really nice cab ride from like LAC up Cajon. I think they eventually went up Cajon. Someone had posted, it's been taken down for a long time. I haven't been able to find it, but it was pretty cool to look at. I think it was probably it may have been early 2000s when they did that, when whoever did it. I think it was probably from a rail fan video, and that's why it was taken down. There's some work on a road crossing there. I keep thinking we'd see our other meat. I don't know where he's at. Did our defect... I'd never even heard our defect detector. I was like, did that go off? I guess we're good. I didn't hear anything. For sure. I didn't hear nothing. Not nothing. Triple green. It looks like it leveled out a good bit through here. I gotta pull on it. Just for a bit. We'll eventually go back into dynamics, there's no doubt. Now that it dawned on me how it stair steps down into the basin.
BNSF detector milepost 32.0 main 1 ambient temperature 80 degrees.
All right, we got 45 and 2.3. Shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Max speed 50. No other meats. I'm so surprised. I don't know why those dudes are lollygagging out there. All right, well, we got another clear. Yeah, I see some other trains out there, but those aren't that, like that one's not on our route. That's a cool view. I like that. All right, 45 and 0.6. This is gonna be right up here. There we go. There's 45. A little bit fast on it. It's fine. We're not going to sweat it. Man, I wish this had track R. That'd be cool. Yeah, track R. Track R, I like track R. I use it a lot, especially in DCS, but like it can be so hit and miss sometimes, right? Like sometimes I have it, like I sit down at my desk and it's like it's dialed in perfect for everything that I need it to do. And then other times it's like one big damn hot mess, like it's constantly fighting with it. It's so weird. Like it'll be working perfect one time and then I sit down at my desk the next day and it's like it's complete and total garbage. I don't know. I don't know why. This is track R, right? It's just Mr. Esperanza. Nice. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to split this up into I guess one other video at least, right? Like we shouldn't have that much further to go. It's probably about halfway here. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment, and we'll catch you for the next part sometime. Peace. No, big cat. No. Stop. Oh, no. No, kitty. Oh, that's a MiG. That's a MiG over us. Okay. It's the weirdest day ever. Oh, no. He just fell. He just fell.